Today, I'm going to be giving you an exclusive behind the scenes of the short film that I made a couple of days ago, from the storytelling to the editing to the little tricks and tips that I can tell you about making films like that. It's going to be more raw and unfiltered, that way you can get the most out of it. Okay, so all of this was filmed on my camera, the Sony Alpha 6100. And that's basically all I need to know for this section right here. So all of the sounds right here, maybe like 10% of it is actually what my camera put in, but 90% of it is actually added rain sounds because it wasn't actually pouring down rain. It was more of like a sprinkle, and I wanted to give the vibe of actual pouring down rain. This was 15 seconds of silence. Not silence, but like no action happening. And on YouTube, that's a kind of a bold thing to do because you don't know what's going to happen, where the story is going to go. And so I did want to base this off of a story. If you look at this, I'm setting it up with the beginning and the incident with the rain. So this shot was actually the last shot that I filmed. And because I chose the music first, I filled in the shots afterwards and didn't actually know where the story was going. And so this caused me to film this at around 10:30 at night. And so I didn't have the light, the natural light coming in anymore. And so I had to come up with a solution to make it look like it was actually raining outside and that I was looking out window. So the way I did this is I took my softbox, which is right here right now, and you can see it in the light right here. As I turned it all the way to cool, I pulled it back a little bit and I tilted it up and down so it looked like blinds. And that's how you get this shot right here. You can hear that music come in. Wide shot, nothing crazy here. And you can see me showing the idea of being trapped here with the box coming in. And I'll show you how the box works in a second. But this starts us with Act 1 with the box closing in, and we'll reach the obstacles and the ascending action next. But how did I get this box? So you can see this box closing in here. The way I did this is through keyframes. And so if you look right here at the crop, this is kind of a weird number. And so look at the clip as I move this around, you can crop in and out. And so I start the clip off, and as I go in, the number is getting bigger, showing more is getting cropped off. And you just set those, you set the keyframes and the box moves. A harder thing to explain, but that's how the box moves like that. So I get up here. My sister helped me with majority of the filming here. And so in a second, this door is about to close, showing obstacle 1. But obviously I can't close this door myself, and so my sister is right here behind the door, waiting for my feet to hit the ground. There they hit. Door closes. This one is a little bit harder to close because my sister can't be here, and she can't be here because you see both of that. And so she's behind here with the string on this doorknob right here that she's going to pull basically when I start recording. There. Again, you can see this box is about to close in some more. I still wanted to emphasize this idea of being trapped. You can see it in the act closing again. We just reached obstacle 2. And so we're about to start act 2. So that's obstacle 2. And there's the beginning of act 2 with the card being shown. That's a heartbeat sound effect, kind of showing that I'm nervous here. Hand shaking, showing the same thing. There's pressure in this card. What's going to be in the card? What's it going to say? Building tension, like what does that say? Can't really read it. All like building up the moment of how is this card going to impact him and why is he shaking so much? Just building that story up. And so I recorded this short film in 2 parts. And so this is where the first part ended. It showed like the card hitting the floor and it said, "See you tomorrow." And so where this film takes place next, we'll actually show the card, which I'll show here. And it says your last chance. If you notice, lightning came in there. That is again my camera with modes. So I can have a mode that just does lightning, and it will show basically what lightning will look like. And then I added the lightning sound effect in post. Again, I chose the music that you're about to hear before I even shot any of this. So I kind of knew what I was going for, and that's how I can kind of act. Even though I'm not the best actor, I can kind of act how I want to fit the vibe that I'm going for. You see shoes on the bed. I got a lot of comments about the shoes on the bed. The reason the shoes on the bed is because I was running back here. Let's see if I can get it right. Right here. When I ran for the next door here, I would slip because I had socks on. And so I actually added shoes so I wouldn't slip. Again, we show the door here just to show that I'm trapped, kind of reset the scene. That's the door being closed, showing the obstacle again, and we're about to show disaster. So again, my sister helped me film this. If you look closely at this envelope right here, you're gonna see it move. Right there. That was to tell my sister to drop the card that is gonna fall right here. You can already see me looking up for the card. There it goes. They're looking back at the card. The same way that this is zooming in right there is the same way I can close the box in, just by setting where I want to start the zoom and where I want to end the zoom, and then it'll gradually do it between those 2 points using keyframes. So this shot, I want to do like how the movies when they get up and they change focuses. And so when I get up, my sister will change the focus to this card here, and that's how I got this shot. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted to because the focus went in and out for some reason, probably because this envelope is so dark, but it did turn out pretty cool. So there that is. I show the cards again, kind of build anticipation for what I'm about to do. Yep, then I grab that card, and then it opens that door. So opening the door, teasing the door before kind of shows all that. If we go back to the 3-act structure, we're probably here at disaster with the door opening. If you notice, it's totally black back here, and if you looked before, it was an actual room. It was my dining room, and so a green screen was put right here, and so I could keyframe it out, which I'll show you what I'm talking about there. You basically drag right here, the 3D keyer, over your clip here. You go to effects, you take this pin right here, and you basically draw out all this green. Can I reset it to show you? Yeah, so you can see that that's totally green there, and then I would just use this tool, mark it out, and then it would turn it black. You can kind of hear the music building here, showing something's about to happen. I grab my jacket to go outside. All kind of building again to this part where the climax of Act 2 is about to happen. This is actually the 2023 ball drop, because when I recorded this, it was December 31st, and so I didn't have the ball dropping yet. Again, this light here, shining on my face, is the mode on my light, which is firework mode in this scenario. And another hard cut to me looking outside through the door. And then, this is not exactly how I wanted to turn out. Mostly because my jacket's very different here, a lot warmer, and here it's a lot cooler. So it's hard to match those, but I did have to do like a tacky in and out when I could have just if I had more time, I would have done like a gradual zoom with the keyframes, but I ran out of time to do that. And so it's just like a little in and out, which works fine. It's okay. And this is kind of where it ends. The ambience again is added here. And there you can see me walk out. Yeah, that's the film. That was the short film. That was only part 1 and 2, and so part 3 will be coming out at a later time when I figure out where the story's gonna go, because I still don't know. But yeah, I hope you got some value out of that. Hopefully you learned a little bit, maybe about the story or about different editing tricks. But yeah, that's it, and I will see you tomorrow.